Hey folks, and welcome to my review of the Trasam Q1 Pro. This is, as you can see, it's a USB amp DAC kind of unit, and it uses a Sabre DAC, which is the ESS9018K2M, which is not new, which is still a very good DAC chip, to be honest. And yeah, so as usual, full disclaimer is I bought this off AliExpress myself. Obviously I'll link the store in the description, and I was obviously not paid to do this video, and all thoughts and opinions are my own. And let's see what you get. And yes, this tin is actually metal. So as part of the bundle, which I'll show in a sec, you do get micro USB, as you can see, to Type-C, so it's an OTG cable, and yes, this uses micro USB, which is a bit of a problem. I presume it's because it's based off another model, which I'll explain in a second. But yeah, micro USB to Type-C. Obviously it's quite long. That's fine if you use it with a laptop or something. That's probably not too bad. And yeah, let's see what you actually get. So metal case, nothing there. Bit of paperwork, I'll quickly go over. So yeah, there's a little light, it glows blue, it's very small, obviously OTG connection, or basically where you put the cable, obviously it's a 3.5 out. And the actual output of this at 32 ohms is 70 milliwatts, so it's in line with all the other kind of audio adapters. But I'll talk about how that actually matters later on. And that's it. So, what's to show there? And here it is. So metal. The build quality is a lot better than I expect. Some information there. Made by Trasam Audio. Micro USB, which is a shame. Now, this is called the Pro model. So the normal model, which I presume they've had to change because of DAC shortage, is using AKM DAC. I don't know from memory, and it's slightly more expensive from what I've seen. So yeah, it's just basically they just had to go from one DAC chip to the other. Obviously they've had to redesign the board, but I guess they kept the same shell. But I'd like to see Type-C in the future. And that's pretty much it. So it's a flash drive kind of proportion. And that's it. So in the next clip I'm going to show you what it's like in Windows 10. Also obviously works on my phone, I'll talk about later on. And I'll go over like kind of the product page briefly, and then just my thoughts and opinions really. So this is what it looks like in Windows 10. I presume it's exactly the same with Windows 11. So this is what the actual Trasam Q1 Pro comes up in Windows 10. The Bravo HD HS USB audio, which is my default device. And also, strangely, comes up as here as a recording device. Ignore this because this is how I'm just recording this kind of voiceover. But it comes up, it supports microphones, but this is false because I've tested this multiple ways and it doesn't support it. And on the actual listing on AliExpress, it doesn't state that it supports it. So this doesn't work. I don't know why Windows finds this, or I don't know why the actual adapter says it can. I don't know, but anyway, so properties, levels. I've set this at about, it's about 8%, I think. But it's I'll get to that in a bit, in about the volume. But so it's minus 30 dB there, advanced. So this is what it can support, and it just states in the actual listing 24-bit 192, and that's exactly what it can do. So from 16-bit 44.1 up to 16-bit 19,000, so 192 kilohertz, and again the same thing for 24-bit, which again more than enough. And spatial sound is off, and that's all you get. And that's it. So yeah, in the next clip I'm going to show you what the actual listing looks like. So this is just the actual listing of where I actually bought it from. The store's obviously Hi-Fi Made Fun store, and I paid around £15. You can see different versions are more expensive. I had the Type-C one. I think this is just cables they include. And yeah, so let's go down. So like it says 24-bit 192, which is right. From 16 ohm to 120 ohm, that's what it says it covers. I haven't tried this with headphones. With IEMs, it's been fine. Information, there's a Sabre DAC. It should be 9018, so that's just a typo. And the power I saw was 32 ohms is 70 milliwatts, which is fine really. And this is right here is if you want to add in develop options for it to work. I've tried this with two Xiaomi phones and it works fine, just plugging straight in. Go straight through all this. Obviously, like this is common sense, strong thrust, as you do. $24,192. There's the DAC. A good DAC. Many companies use this. Proportions, obviously, it's 49 millimeters, 17.5 and 7. Like I said before, it's about a flash drive kind of size, and outputs. Uses fine. So max headphone module max 97220, and the actual USB conversion, I guess kind of the interface is SA9123. There's the DAC. The volume you have to adjust from your source, so either in Windows 10 or on your phone volume, and that's it really. So not much to show. So just my thoughts and opinions really of the Q1 Pro here. Like I stated before, I like to see a Type-C possibly next time if it gets revised. Obviously they've kept that because it's based off the original non-Pro model with an AKM DAC, and obviously it takes some investment to fit a new connector and to obviously have a different shaped shell that's machined differently for the connector. But yeah, so the little dot here glows blue. It's not it's not bright, so it's not really intrusive. So let's talk about power output. So power output on Android, I tried something a bit more difficult, which is here. So this is my Shure S12 planar. Bit difficult, but yeah, I found to get that to a good volume was about 60%, and I tried that with my Xiaomi Redmi Note 10 Pro. In Windows though, the same thing. It was about 18%, got it as more than you need for load, like more than loud enough. So with Windows, obviously it seems to be better with Windows, obviously because it probably can just push more power at it. Excuse me. So yeah, Windows is better for sheer power output. Again, because there's no volume control, and to lug it around, you know, with your phone with a cable, it's a bit cumbersome. I seem to like it with Windows. If you've got a laptop and it's got crappy onboard audio, something like this is decent. Yeah, so price, I paid about £15. Obviously you saw in the AliExpress listing it's gone up slightly, but for £15 I think this is great value. And the thing that's technically closest to it, which I still have, is this. This is the Lucia DAC, same DAC as well, but this only does up to 96 kHz. This is up to 192. This glows blue. This has blue on it, so they're not that different. The price, I think the pricing is still similar. I do prefer the actual Trasam though. So yeah, so just 24-bit up to 192, which is more than enough. DSD, I don't think it does. I'm not bothered about DSD anyway. I don't think many people do, but I've used it with MP3 and FLAC and everything. It works fine. So sound quality. So what does it sound like? It sounds clean to my ears. It sounds, the actual sound quality I think was very good, and the noise floor is basically non-existent. So you can use it with fussy earphones, shall we say. So the output impedance, I haven't measured. I don't know what it is, but it seems to be at least under 1 ohm from what I can tell. I'm very happy with its actual performance. So battery, what's it like for sucking battery? It seems again fairly efficient for power usage off my phone. Doesn't really seem any issues with it at all. Like one I do have which sucks the life out of your phone is the Centrance, the DAC Port HD, which I did a review of. It's the one that's got a Class A amp. That's much more powerful, this, and it costs much more than this. But yeah, for its power output, I'm very happy with its efficiency, shall we say. And again, it works well with the S12, which is kind of overkill because most people won't use plain R's on the go. But if it works fine for that kind of power, should work fine with your normal single dynamics or BA units or anything like that. Again, there's no volume control. It's a very simple device, and like what it states underneath is a hi-fi store USB audio recorder for iPhone, Android. I haven't tried it with an iPhone. Obviously, I don't have the Lightning connector, and obviously it's made by Trasam. They make other audio gear, but obviously I've never tried any of it. Not much to say really. It performs like it's supposed to. Oh yeah, it also does get warm when it's in use. It doesn't get hot, it just gets warm. So just bear that in mind in case you get scared. I know like the Centrance one with the Class A gets hot, but this doesn't. So yeah, do I recommend it for 15-ish pound for what I paid? Sure. It's cheaper than I think a few other audio devices I've got with the same kind of power. Again, if you use it with a phone, it's very cumbersome to have the phone and then that cable and then to this and then wires and then to here. I think it seems a better choice if you got a laptop or so it's in a fixed position. Obviously you can carry around portably, but it's just a bit cumbersome. Or maybe with a more flexible cable. But I tested it with what it came with. But yeah, build quality seems very good. Obviously it's 3.5. There's no microphone inline support. But I knew that before I bought it, which doesn't really bother me. And yeah, not much to say really. If you, I'm quite happy with it. Seems fine. If there's anything you want to know in particular, just let me know in the comments as per usual. And yeah, it seems a good audio adapter. Shame there's no Type-C, but it is what it is, unfortunately. So yeah, see you guys in the next video.